Okay, I need your guys' help. I need to know what plate is on this Mini Cooper because it's sick. The black and white plate is awesome. There's also another neighbor up the road with a Mazda who has the same ET black and white plate, and it's sick. This little VR6 right here is going in a Mk1 Jetta for sure. Like, look at that. The coolest plates ever. Very soon, boys, we're gonna have one of those, and I can't wait. Today is currently the 5th, which means we have exactly 10 days till we can go pick up the Mk3 Savoy, and I cannot wait. A few people told me I should have bid at the very last day, but whether I bid at the first day or the last day doesn't matter because I can't know anyone else's bid, so I wouldn't know to outbid somebody. I just put in my bid at $351 and we hope for the best. The car also just shut off again, same battery light flashed on, but then turned right back on afterwards, so we gotta figure this out. And now the car is back being down on power, so listen, watch. Foot to the floor. It's like nothing. Like, it barely wants to go. Listen to it. It's like the backfire thing again. Oh, green car, why? Alright, so I don't remember what I filmed last, but my big camera died. Thankfully the Sony was in the car, so we're on the small camera now. But the green car has died 5 times so far today. It is just on a roll. Always starts back up, but it just keeps dying. So, junkyard's closed today. GK doesn't have one. I'm gonna try and go to Sasha's real quick and see if I can't grab a crank sensor from him. A few of you guys said it might be that. Somebody also said it might be the fuel pump. I don't necessarily know. We're gonna go try a crank sensor because like today's been its worst day. Because like every 2 seconds this thing is trying to just shut off and honestly kill me. Because when your car just stops dead in the middle of the road, it's no fun. Also, funny enough story, Casey and I both got our first tickets in the mail today. Mine is only 15 euro. I was doing 8 over. Honestly, don't remember when or where it was. And then hers was 45 euro because she was doing 19 over. So, got our first tickets in the mail. Not the end of the world, but they have these little speed cameras everywhere. Like you hardly ever see police sitting anywhere like with radar guns. Never ever see that. Nothing on the Autobahn. But what they do is they put these cameras, like high-speed cameras, so if you're going over the speed limit in that area, it snaps your picture, and so they got us. RIP. I don't know if I showed you guys not yet, but the lights here actually like count you down. It goes red, yellow, then green before you go. It's pretty cool, I think. Almost like a drag start light. Bam, look at that. Not off to a fast start, but there it is. Made it to the shop. Sasha's currently on a test drive, so we're going to get back. But I want to show you guys his wheel collection because it is just, it's amazing. Look at this. This is one side. All these wheels. And there's more up here. All those up there. Crazy. And there's like stacks over here. Just stacks and stacks. Mini Cooper up there. Another Mini. He has like 4 Minis. The shop's cool. These things are so cool. And I've been trying hard. I want those. I want the car lines so bad. He keeps telling me no, but I want them. And then those are sick too. So many just awesome wheels up there. And what's crazy is this is just his like overflow section of wheels. He said he has like 2 or 3 containers just full of wheels. I'm jealous. Alright, so yesterday we hit a bit of a roadblock, not being able to get a crank sensor. Sasha didn't have one, and then the junkyard was closed, so couldn't really do anything. And then it rained the rest of the day. It's been raining all day today. It's about 3 p.m. right now, and I'm just now headed to the junkyard. Gonna grab us a crank sensor, see if it changes at all. What it seems like when you first turn the car on at the very first start of the day, when the car is cold, starts right up, runs great. As soon as it warms up, something somewhere is getting messed up. Maybe the crank sensor, maybe something else somewhere. More to start with that and see if we have any better results with the car. And since today is the 6th, we're down to 9 days until the Savoy comes home, unless I get outbidded, which would really suck. I don't think I will, but yeah, it would suck, but we'll see. But hopefully 9 days and the Savoy is coming home. There's somebody here today in a red Mk3 Joker. The only problem with ever seeing other Mk3 people at a junkyard is they're looking for the same parts as me. which is not good. 6 more days, guys. 6 more days, and she's all ours. Some people said the front of the car doesn't match the rear of the car, but that looks pretty identical to me. And same with here. I think it might have just been the lighting, but like, those match. It all matches. Now, I do know this bumper was red at one point, but a lot of panels on cars here get swapped all the time. But again, still looks pretty close to me. That shape might be a little bit different, it could be the angle, but overall, the car looks really good. And I got a little spoiler of the GTI for this car. I may have to apply it differently because the one goes through, but if I just pull these off and double-sided tape it down, it should be okay. But either way, 6 more days. Now on the passenger side of the car, this all matches. This section here looks very similar, but this is a bit more green, this is a bit more blue, looks like. But this does match here, but it's a little off here, as you can see. But up close, it looks a bit closer, but still, this is a little different. Could be the lighting, but I'm pretty sure this one's different. But like I said, once this car comes home, we'll take it all apart, and we'll explore what is the Savoy. Jeremy also told me to come back the day before the bidding ends. That way I can look at the books and see if anyone else has bid on this car. That way I know to either adjust my bid or if I'm safe. So that's always awesome. So in what, 8 days then? On the 14th we'll come back, check the books. If no one's bid on the car, we're good to go. If there's any other names on the car, we'll probably rebid at, I'm not quite sure, maybe 400 or so. Try to give me a safe little limit. And then she should be ours, but fingers crossed no one else bids on her, but we'll see. All right, we're back home now. Like I said, this is the little GTI trunk spoiler I got for the Savoy. I may have to take off these little tabs here because I don't have the holes in the glass for this one to put them on. And I also grabbed these little formats here. They're Honda Civic formats, I believe out of the EM1, like the 90s series one. They're kind of cool, so I might put postage for sale, but they're not bad. And then I grabbed 3 different crank sensors, 1, 2, and 3. I think that might be the nicest one. And I grabbed 2 of these. I can't remember if I had the oval connector or this style, and I actually have that style, a little more square style, as you can see right in there. So go ahead and swap both those out. The top sensor is a 13 right there, and the bottom one, a little bit tricky to get to. It's right down there next to the oil cooler, or the oil filter housing, and then behind the oil cooler. That one's a 10mm socket. So swap them out and see what she does. The new sensor is now in. I only swapped the crank. I left the top one alone. This car has one of the easiest crank sensors to get to, thankfully. You can do it without removing anything. Aside from like the VR6, which is also super easy, the 2.0 ABA is one of the most annoying ones to get to because the Allen key screw in it, and it's like behind everything, but thankfully this one's fairly easy. One of the best like benefits of having a really small engine, there's a lot of room to work, which I really like. When I have like a VR6 and it comes like right here, there's no room for anything. It's kind of annoying without having to pull the front end off, but in that aspect, I can appreciate the 1.6. So all this room is very nice to work on. What we're gonna do now is start the car, let it run for like 20 minutes, make sure it doesn't shut off, then we'll go drive it and see what happens. All right, so right up like normal. The trick is to see if it'll shut off, and if it doesn't shut off, we're gonna drive it and see if it'll start bogging out or shut off or do anything weird. It's currently 7 o'clock right now. I'm gonna let it run for like 15-20 minutes. We'll come back in just a little bit. If it doesn't shut itself off and it's still idling like it's supposed to, we'll go for a drive and see how she does. But fingers crossed, that was our problem. All right, yeah, you can. The time is now what? It's like 7:15, 7:17? 7:16, still running. So yesterday I did some tests and the car would idle for about like 5 to 8 minutes before we just turn off. So we're ahead of the game so far. Gonna go for a ride and just fingers crossed. Good. All right, you think this is gonna work?
Yes.
I sure hope so. One way to test her. Full speed.
Blows up.
Oh, she's not bogging out yet, so if she's gonna brake, she's gonna brake, but she seems okay for now. For idling for almost 20 minutes and still running, at least that's a good start. Alright, so we've been driving for, I would say, what, about 15 minutes now? Pretty much a whole lap around our town. Honestly, no problems. Now, the big thing is to see if I turn the car back off. It'll always turn back on, but it kind of like struggles sometimes to turn back on. So, we're in park.
R.I.P.
I hope it still turns on. So, off. Let's see how she does. Hey, that was way better.
Okay,
normally, once the car turns off, whether it shuts off or I turn the car off itself, it kind of like struggles. It always turns back on, but it's kind of struggles. That was very smooth. We still have power. Hold on, these cars go by. I think we fixed it though. I think the crank sensor was our issue. So now this car is running good. Still no AC, but I don't care about that anymore. Running good. Once the Savoy comes home, we can sell this car. I saw power. Oh, I saw power. Lovely. I think, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think the car is good to go. I think we're good to go. Such a good feeling. Know your car's not gonna shut off at any time. Because like honestly, it tried to kill me a few times. Like you couldn't pull into traffic because you had no power, or you went around a roundabout and it just shut off on its own, and you're like, that's awesome. And this car is being automatic. You can't just like clutch in and try and start it again while you're rolling. You have to come to complete stop, put it in park, which is a bit annoying sometimes. So I'm very happy to say, I hope she's fixed, because I don't want to do that anymore. It's no fun. One of our neighbors has a New Orleans model, one I haven't seen before. It's pretty cool. So there's another neighbor up here who has a beautiful Mk1 Cabrio, I want to say it is, on Azevs. It looks nice. Where's it at? It's up here on the corner. They also have a BMW Estate on some AC snitzers. Look how nice that thing is. That one, and then they're really nice their BMW Estate. We have cool neighbors. And then over here, past these guys with all of their BMW wagons. This car up here, one of my buddies at the junkyard, Jeremy, this was his wife's Mark II. Really nice. On the gold BBS. That's clean, I like it. We are back home. The car's been running good still. The only thing left to do is just make sure the car's still.
Really, it's fine.
So,
oh my god.
Hey, I'm just doing the tests. We're in a driveway, by the way. If you're wondering, you can do 21-ish kilometers in our driveway.
So basically my husband's a complete maniac. He likes to just do pulls on our driveway. It's fine. Completely fine.
At least it sticks. Alright, after an extensive test drive, I think we can say the green car is officially fixed, I hope. I am going to order a brand new crank sensor. The junker obviously works, but I want to have a brand new one so there's no issues later on. But I think she's good now, which is awesome because it's getting a little bit of annoying to drive. But now, new spark plug, new coil pack, and new crank sensor, and she's running tip-top, so hopefully it stays that way. Ooh, check it out, check it out, check it out. So Casey today got me an emergency kit for Miley. Like I said, you have to have this in the trunk of your car at all times. So when Miley gets here, we'll put the triangle, my fancy safety vest, and then my emergency kit, and should be all ready to go. I'm also really excited for when the Savoy gets here because I have this fancy lip for it unless someone wants to buy it. But if no one buys it by then, that'll go on the Savoy. I also have, where is it at? This right here. This is the OMP rear strut bar I got from Miley back in the States. But this unfortunately doesn't fit a Jetta. It fits like a GTI Golf or a Cabrio. So no one bought this, so I brought it with me. So this will probably go in the Savoy as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then I had a buyer, or have a buyer, I think, for the GTI side molding over here. He was supposed to pay for it already, but he hasn't yet. So if those don't sell, I might throw this on the Savoy as well, because that'd be pretty cool. And then same with the GTI seats. They're supposed to buy that as well, but I've got no money yet. So if those don't sell, I might just be greedy and keep it for myself and throw it on the Savoy, because GTI seats and GTI side molding will look super cool on that car. I also have the GTI headlights here as well, which are for sale, but if those don't sell, I'll put those in the car as well. We'll see. Either way, I'm super excited that this car is finally running well again, because it's getting very, very annoying. It kept dying. I wasn't sure what it was, but now it's good to go. So all those of you who recommended crank sensor, thank you. One thing I would say, if you buy any used car, I would do coil pack, spark plug, plug wires, and like all your crank sensor, knock sensors off the bat, just to get it out of the way and there's no issues later on. But she's running good. 9 days from today, the Savoy will be home. Hopefully a little over a month after, well, a little over a month from today, Miley should be here. Oh, the Mark IIIs are coming, guys. Hang in there. The Mark IIIs are coming, and I am so ready to have some content for you guys again. Also, hear me out here. I might just go for a Mk1 Jetta before a variant. And now hear me out for this. Obviously, I want a variant for a very long time, also Mk1 Jetta. But my reasoning behind this is we're going to have Miley, who's a Mk3 Jetta. We're going to have Savoy, who is the Mk3 Golf. And we're going to have a variant that's 3 Mk3s, which, don't get me wrong, is awesome to have 3 different Mk3s. But content-wise, that's 3 of the same car, essentially. Yes, I can do different things with each one, but I don't know. What are your thoughts? Mk1 Jetta first or variant first? Still off the distance a little bit. Gotta save up and look for the right one, but what do you guys think? Should we go for a variant first and have 3 Mk3s at the house? Or should we go for a Mk1 and start a really cool, like an old school type of build? Let me know down below. Either way, don't forget, be thankful for this day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.